Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has been quite some time since our last upload. Life got crazy after the move, and we have just been trying to get everything in order. But today, we are finally back with a brand new DIY project. We are building an outdoor fish tub for our balcony, and I cannot wait to show you the process. So, first thing first, we are creating the base structure that will support the foam later on. For this, we are using egg crates, also known as drainage cells. They are super easy to connect and cut to size, which makes them perfect for forming the foundation. The whole idea behind using this as the base layer is to create a hollow area that allows water to flow freely down to the pump section for circulation. Plus, it lets fish waste fall through so it can be swept into the filter compartment. Without this, the poop will just sit under the lava rock layer and the water flow wouldn't be strong enough to move it. And over time, you will get ammonia spikes, which can make your fish sick or even kill them. So yes, drainage cells are a game changer if you are planning to go for such a setup. My design requires two dry areas for mini bonsai with a small river flowing between them. To save on cost, instead of stacking more drainage cell pieces, I use a strong disposable plastic container, trim it to the height I wanted, and use it as a stable base for the aquascaping foam. Next, I'm adding a mesh layer on top to stop the lava rocks from falling into the drainage cell and blocking the water flow. This step is essential as it minimizes the issue of blocked water flow at the ground layer in the tub. After that, you will need to plan out a section for your pump, filter media, filter pad, and aerator. For mine, I built a little wall using the drainage cells pieces, secured everything with zip ties, measured the height I wanted, and cut a congregated plastic board to size. This board can be easily purchased from the popular bookstore at just a few bucks. Then, I use a hot glue gun to reinforce all the joints. This is really important for giving the structure strength. After all the prep work, it was time to apply the foam to create the land structure. I didn't manage to film that part because it was messy. If you try it yourself, please wear a safety goggle, mask, and work in a well-ventilated area. Once everything is cured, this is how the foam looks like. Next up, placing the rocks based on the design you have in mind. I'm using ANS Truly Rocks as I love the texture. But always research your rock choices. Some rocks, like Sayrew, raises the pH to around 7 to 8, which might not be suitable for certain fish. Make sure you love the layout before moving forward. For my build, I needed elevation for the waterfall effect, so I added several layers of foam for height, then carved out the river path with a penknife. You can also fill the gaps between the rocks with foam for extra stability. Before moving to the next step, install a water pump and test the flow. Adjust as needed. I intentionally created two small streams that flow into the dry areas to keep the soil damp. This reduces maintenance for the moss and bonsai I will be adding later. But just a small stream alone wasn't enough. Some soil types don't hold moisture well, leaving the top layer dry. To fix that, I added a layer of filter pad plus cotton on top so it stays evenly moist. This also prevents fine soil particles from entering the water. For the river bed, I mixed river stones with water-based epoxy silicone. After mixing, I spread it across the river base to cover the exposed foam. Totally optional and depends on your preferred look. After it's done, let it cure for 2 days before turning on the pump. Once the water was flowing nicely and everything looks right, it was time for the fun part, shopping for plants, moss, and fishes. Here's how it looked with the greenery in place. Water flows through the river in the middle, with two bonsai trees on both sides with their branches growing over the river. We then went hunting for top view guppies. We had a few in mind, but finally settled on platinum Dumbo koi guppies. The challenge? Finding good quality ones locally. Most shops didn't have the shiny top view coverage we wanted. We only found one decent pair. Beautiful, but pricey. Here they are. And yes, we also brought home 4 platinum mollies first to test the water quality before buying the more expensive fish, which is the guppy that you are seeing now. After searching everywhere locally, I eventually gave up and sourced them overseas, then had them transshipped back to Singapore. The quality was so much better at half the price. Here's a clip of me unpacking them before adding them to the pot. I've ordered 8 males and 3 females to add to the current pair which we have in the tub. Normally, you would want to have a higher female to male ratio to reduce stress on the female fishes due to male fishes constantly chasing the female to breed. But with the higher number of fishes coupled with enough space to swim and hide within the tub, this ratio should work out well for our setup. It is also important to note that having fishes in the outdoor setup is a must to prevent mosquito from breeding in the tub. It is also good to add an aerator in the filter compartment to prevent still water, which allows mosquito to breed. Normally, you should quarantine new fishes for a week or two to make sure that they are healthy. But since this is a new tank, I took the risk after checking their condition thoroughly. And here's how they look after settling in. The colors are so vibrant now. We absolutely love sitting on the balcony after a long day, just watching them swim while listening to the sound of the flowing water, which is really relaxing. And that wraps up today's episode. We will try our best to upload more often, so if you are not subscribed yet, please do so as it really helps support the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!